Alright, I found out something super cool today. I wanted to show you this. It's a German power hammer. It's some sort of feather power hammer where you got all these leaf springs that kind of bounce up and down. I'll show you that in a second. But what's really cool about it is that it's got a 380 volt motor. And a 380 volt motor, it's actually not super cool for hooking it up to the North American residential power supply, which is what we've got here in this blacksmith shop. And we've got everything that runs off 220 or 208, whatever you want to call it, including welder plugs. So you can see here, we've got a welder plug on the wall, and I'm running it into an inverter or a VFD here. And normally this is just a good way to change from a single to a three-phase, and you have to basically up the size of your variable frequency drive in order to do that. But what we've done here is we've rewired from a star configuration to a delta. So that's changing from the one where it's all pointing in to a triangle shape if you're going by symbols. And it's basically in startup mode. It reduces the amount of voltage that really needs to be put into the motor, and we are able to run it on 220 volts. And you can see I've got this one set to 50 hertz. I think this is a 50 hertz motor, although there is no tag on the motor, so we're making some assumptions. We know that it's a 380 volt motor that came with this, so let's just see here. Here we go. We're at 55 hertz, something like that. And we are running, okay? And it even runs on load. So here's the treadle right here. So you can see it operates as it's supposed to. You can even feather it a little bit. So that's super promising. When we had it wired in star configuration, it was not starting. It would not start for us on 220 volts, and wiring it to our delta is what gave us the ability to run this on 220 volts. And we're thinking it's going to be okay because the insulation inside of a lot of these motors is rated to 1000 volts, and so playing around a little bit with the voltage shouldn't do too much harm, especially in a low performance application like this. Basically all we've got to do is spin a big flywheel. So if you've got a project that's 380 volt, why not try running it delta and 220 volt? My suggestion is to get one of these cheap eBay or Banggood or whatever you want Chinese inverters. This one's a Toshiba, it's an older one, but you should be able to do the same thing where you're running a single phase in, three phase out, and you're able to keep on going. So push on through.